Hello, my beautiful creatives, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chrissie B, and I'm a creativity coach hoping to empower and inspire you to live a more creative life every day. Now, forgive the voice. I just want to start out by saying forgive the voice. I've got a bit of a cold going on, but I've got my fruit and veg smoothie here, so hopefully that'll help. I thought it'd be fun to play in my soul book today, and to do that, I pulled out a bunch of random everything. I have some craft paper. I've got some images that I printed out on both my regular printer, just on regular printer paper. I also have some images that I printed out with my selfie printer, so it's on actual photo paper. I have some stickers. And I have an envelope with a blank card in it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that in just a little bit. And then I also have the second part of last week's video, which was the vision board. I did a vision board last week. My intention for this vision board is that I will use it every morning during my visualization / meditation / prayer / journaling session. These were all the images that I chose last week that made my heart go pitter-pat, made me want to have more of those things in my life. And then I started this last year in my bullet journal, and I really liked it. So, and that is my personal vision board translation. Now I've typed this up on my computer and I just printed it out on regular printer paper, so there's nothing terribly fancy about this. But basically it's my personal vision board translation. And then I'm basically describing the girl who lives this life as if it's not actually me. I'm just saying, in her alone time, she, finish the sentence. With her sweetie, she, whatever. With her soul sisters, she, whatever. In her home, she, whatever. And as a general rule. I also came up with like a motto for each one of these sections. In her alone time, her motto for her alone time is, "You are worth taking good care of." So basically, I just came up with like my own version of a motto for each of those sections. I don't know if I'm going to use these here or not. But instead of doing this on my own and then showing you after the fact, I thought I would just show you what I'm going to do. So the first thing is I have some Canson watercolor paper. I'm just going to take one of those sheets and tear it out. And I should let you know, if you are new to my channel, I don't really have a formal plan on what I'm going to do. I really use this time really as a time for playing. So there was a part of me who said that printing this out is fine, it'll work well enough. But there's another part of me that says I really should just cut out the prompts and then just handwrite what I think the answer is based on these images. Like this girl in her alone time, what does she do? She takes care of herself. She's gentle with herself. She doesn't take things too seriously. She's looking for the good in life, that kind of stuff. So I don't know if I want to go with the typed up version or the handwritten version, but I do know that I want to have a page that actually folds out. And the reason for that is I want to be able to have this tip out, open up, and I want to be able to see what those definitions are. In her alone time, she does this. With her sweetie, she does this. With her soul sister, she does this. In her home, she does this. And as a general rule, this. Now, because I want this to be able to open so that way when I'm playing in another part of my soul book, if I'm talking about something that could potentially relate to this, I want this to be front and center. So that's kind of where I'm going at the moment. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't even know what I'm going to do with the back side yet. Or how I'm going to connect this. I'll probably connect it with some washi, because I've got a lot of washi and it's readily available. I like that one. Okay, so instead of like getting too angsty about it, because I have a tendency to get angsty about everything I do, just because I want it to be perfect. And perfection's not really what we're going for here. Let me just make a mark so I kind of know how long this sheet is. That's how scientific my measurement's going to be. Just kind of made my little tip mark, and then I'm going to cut it. I'll probably take this piece of watercolor paper and turn it into a bookmark or something. And I've just decided I don't want my page to be too wide. Although, hold on, I'm having a struggle with something. Do I want my tip out to be on this side, or do I want it to be on this side? Okay, I'm struggling. And this is why. I'm struggling because I don't want to cover any of my vision board because I love it. Love it. My thinking now is I'm wondering if, it's just a photograph that I have sitting here. I'm wondering if this should go inside the front cover. Again, I get angsty. So let's just take this, and I'm going to put that there for my camera's sake. And I'm going to, let's see, that's 4 inches. 4 inches might be big enough, but we're just gonna go for it. Stop piddly farting and just do it. Yes, I know. Do I want to use this one? Or do I want to use this one? Do I want to use them both on the same page? Do I want to use this one somewhere else? Okay. I'm going to tip this in, but I'm going to tip it in a little bit in. How was that for good English? I'm going to bring it in a little bit so that way I have room to put washi down the edge here. I want to make sure this really stays. Because I know that this is going to be a tip in that I'm going to open and close quite a lot, I want this really to stay glued down. I'm going to run some glue stick down, half down the book, half down the tip in. This doesn't have to be perfect. But I do want it kind of straight-ish. That's probably a good start. Now pull it out. You see I have a little bit of tape to trim at the other end, but that's okay. I'm going to do the same thing with my glue stick. Just kind of run it down. Both. Make sure it gets on the book and the tip in. And then I'm going to sandwich that in between another piece of washi. I do this because although washi's gorgeous, washi doesn't always have the best stickum power. And I really want this little tip in to be a permanent part of this book, especially if it's going to get a lot of use. So, okay, good enough. Let's really mush you down. So that is what that looks like. And it tips out like that. This just makes this page a little bit longer, which is kind of cool. But now if I am opened to my, I can see how crooked it is. That's okay. I think the tape is crooked. When I open to my vision board, I can now see my thoughts right here. So because I cut this in the manner that I cut it, I am now, that kind of made the decision for me that I'm going to use the prompts alone and not the text itself. So I'll write it in my own handwriting, and I will do that off camera to save you a little bit of time. Let me just cut out the different pieces here. Okay, I think I like that. I changed it to my personal vision in her alone time, with her sweetie she, with her soul citrus she, in her home she. I want to put some color behind this little thing. I don't know if I want to glue my little words down first and then do it. No, I already know the answer to that for sure. So what I did is I just pulled out some watercolors. I pulled out some watercolor brushes. I got myself some water, and I'm pulling out paper towel even as we speak. Let me move all of my little pieces of paper out of the way, which means that will probably be in its own order. And I'm I'm just going to, again, no plan, I'm just going to use a size 12 brush, get it wet, and I would like to do wet on wet, so I'm going to get my paper a little bit wet first. Okay, so now I just need to pick some colors. I'm really loving this pink, which goes well with, I think, this washi that it's sitting next to. Just kind of let it run a little bit. I haven't watercolored in a while. I think I'll add some blue, so that way when the pink and the blue mix, it'll make a little bit of a purple. I think I will use this one here, which is kind of a lighter blue. And because the page is wet, it should mix a little bit on the page. So I'll end up with 3 colors instead of 2, which I like. And believe it or not, I think I'm close to done on that. Let me see if I can get it to move a little bit. There's not a lot of water. I see some drippage down here. And then I'm gonna let that dry and I'll be right back. All right, so it's not completely dry, but it's mostly dry. So I'm gonna put my watercolors away. Let's set them aside. And I'm going to take my, now I apologize again, I have a cold. So as the day goes longer, the more congested I'm getting. Oops. So I'm going to take my little, essentially journaling prompts at this point, and I'm going to glue stick them down onto this piece of paper that I created. This tip in that I created, yeah. Now it's pretty warped at the moment, but because it will be inside of the book, I'm going to lay it with the weight on it, so I think it'll be okay. I think it'll straighten itself out. I will fill that out as I am basically meditating on my vision board, and then I will say to myself, like, who is this woman? Who is she? How does she spend her alone time? How does she spend time with her sweetie? And then with her soul sisters, and then how does she live in her home? And then I'll find something cool to put down there. On this part, this is the part of the book when you first open it. This is kind of like your landing page. I like to put in my landing page a bunch of images that just inspire me. I also found something from one of my art books. Might have been a creative publication, I don't know, where it had something similar written like this for I think it was for art journaling, and I modified it to make it what I wanted it to be for my soul book. And basically that's what I changed it to. It says my soul book for healing, dealing, documenting, creating, imaging, planning, doodling, writing, meditating, brainstorming, organizing, learning, and anything else my creative little heart desires. So I want to cut that out. And I want to, I don't know if I want to put it down yet, but I do want to cut it out so it's ready. Okay, so I want that on my landing page, which just kind of explains, to those who may not know, what my soul book is. I also found this image on Pinterest. Now, I've had this image for quite a number of years. I use it every year. This image is my representation of, this is, how do I explain this? This is my physical representation of what the source looks like, what it feels like. God, the source, the universe, the energy, I don't know what you want to call it, but to me, every time I see this image, I get the feeling that, I just get that feeling that this is the image that I want to represent God to me. So I want that into my soul book. Now, I've also have this little card and envelope that I'm going to put into my soul book. And this is, I do this every single year. This is a card I will write to myself, and this will be to open on January 1st, 2019. And basically, I write this letter to myself in the future tense, explaining how great 2018 was and what we did, and, you know, what things we learned and what adventures we had and how we've grown, whatever. So that will go somewhere on here. So I have to kind of decide, like, where do I want everything laid out. I really love this. I'm a little sad about gluing it in, though, because I do, it's kind of, you may notice it's bent, because I carry this with me everywhere I go. So I may have to print another one out. Now, if anyone knows who the artist is that did this image, please let me know. The photographer or the artist, or it's lovely. I absolutely adore it. I've used it probably 2 or 3 years now as my representation of, you know, God, Goddess, the universe. I have some cool stickers that I thought maybe I could put on my landing page. I need to figure out, like, what else. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. I have some, these are all just images and things I got off of Pinterest. I like to at least try to have a picture of myself somewhere in my soul book. It is my soul book after all. It should be represented somewhere. Let's figure out what we want to do. My soul book. Maybe my soul book goes down here. And me and my hubby there. Goddess there. I could do my envelope there. I think I have to figure out how I'm gonna decorate that this year. I've got a lot of, like, moon and stars in my thing this year. I didn't plan that way. It just kind of seemed to happen. And I'm gonna put that here, actually, because I like it. I like that. I'm going to use my Tombow permanent adhesive. I already know that when I get this in, I want to do some doodling around the images. I will use a piece of washi to close that for the year before after I write my little note to myself, and then I'll write something on there like, do not open till January 1st, 2018. Kind of reminder to myself. It's kind of a fun little practice I've done for the past few years to see what came true, what didn't come true. Okay, that's my landing page for the moment. Let's see, any stickers we want to put down? Stickers are fun. I haven't played with stickers since I was really young. And I forgot just exactly how awesome stickers are. Okay, how cool would that be? Okay, I'm gonna stick that there because I'm crazy, I think. Let's see, any other stickers in here I want to use? Are these stickers? Oh, they're not. These are rub-ons. It says stickers. They look like rub-ons. They're rub-ons. So let's get a bone folder for that. And then scissors. I've had these go really, really, really awry. So let's cut out a couple that I want to use. I'm going to do a little bit of doodling. Oh, that's really... I bought myself a Uniball Gel Impact Gold and a Uniball Gel Impact... It is silver. They're both 1mm tip. I thought I was going to do gold, and I'm not so sure. I'm going to do it anyways. Go with it, babes. I like that. That also leaves me room for more. If I should come up with anything new to put in there. Okay, so that's probably enough for today. Yeah, I think next time I'll see you, I will have filled in my personal vision prompts, journal prompts here, utilizing my vision board that I created last week. I will also probably do some doodling on this because for me, doodling is a really great way for me to get meditative and to clear my brain of overanalyzing. So I will probably be doodling on this while I'm thinking about what the answer should be for my journal prompts. So I hope that if you're doing your soul book, that you are having fun doing it. Remember, this soul book is for your eyes only. This is not for critiquing. It's not for judgment, not from you or other people, especially not yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. You'll see me make lots of mistakes and make a lot of messes, and you'll see sometimes I will try to fix it. Sometimes I will call it good, but that's kind of the way that life really happens. So I just love this process. I love it so much. Yeah, but I'm really loving the way that my landing page is going. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's all the way done. I'm sure it'll take me a bit longer to do. I really will have it filled up cover to cover because I like it that way. Anyways, if you have any questions, please make sure to let me know. Also, if you like this video, please make sure to thumbs up and subscribe by clicking that little button down below and the little bell if you don't want to miss anything. And I look forward to hearing from you if you have any questions. Until next time, bye for now.